Transition over. Studio mode. Pushing buttons. And yeah, Matarath, well, welcome in. So happy to catch one of my streams. Well, thank you very much. I don't know that the stream will provide quite the same entertainment as a Resident Evil game. Doing good. Just got back from a road trip. Ooh, where'd you go? I hope you had a good time. You're a bit tired. Stands to reason. I hope you enjoyed your road trip. It's gonna be fun since it's my stream, no matter the game. Oh man, oh, pressure's on. So what I do, so today is Sunday, and Sunday I got my start playing, streaming, playing Guild Wars. I played Guild Wars. Guild Wars is a very old game. It's from 2005, and I played it way back in the day, and it was a huge, RPG for me. And then I put it down for many years, and then when I finally came back to it, I had forgotten enough stupid stuff within it that I was almost relearning certain things. And I thought, it's like, you know what? This is stupid enough that I bet a bunch of Guild Wars veterans on Twitch would enjoy watching this and teasing me. So I have put myself out here for people to joke around with. You went to Connecticut. Oh, nice. The northeastern states. I used to have an aunt who lived in Maine, and way back in 1984, I was a kid and never heard of this game before. This game, it came out around the same time as World of Warcraft. I think it came out like a couple of months after World of Warcraft, so it kind of got buried a little bit. World of Warcraft got all the attention. This one had a little bit more, I hesitate to say, art style to it. I always felt the artwork was a little bit better. It's a similar thing. It's a tab target, game. The main difference is like the skill bar. I only have these 8 skills, or 8 slots rather, that I can have skills on. Whereas like World of Warcraft, you can have 5 bars of up to 10. You can have 50 skills active at any time. Whereas this one, you're much more limited in what you can do. So what you end up doing is you can have hundreds of skills, but you can only take 8 of them out into the world at any given time. So this is much more of a build crafting game. So I always kind of enjoyed that aspect. What I really liked is way back in the day, and it's still the case. I'm not a huge social player, like in terms of playing multiplayer games, co-op games. I play co-op games with my brother, and that's about it. Otherwise, I generally prefer single player games. This game actually it's not necessarily a massively multiplayer online game. If you go into a town, a hub, like right now, I'm in an outpost. If there were other people here, we would see them running around. And you could create a party. You could go out into an explorable adventure zone. Once you go into an adventure zone, it's just you and your party. Now, what I always liked is, again, since I'm not necessarily a social player, was this game has henchmen. You don't necessarily just go out and solo the game yourself. Although, ironically, people have made builds to do that. What you can do is you can equip these henchmen up to, in this area of the game, up to a party of 8. All different classes, like elementalists, necromancers, warriors, a lot of the traditional... Oops. I also have a little bit of an order I like to go in here. So I have a little AI team of people that I can run around with, and they help me out. The warrior will run in charge. This other range... I'm currently a ranger, which means I typically have a pet. I'm shooting, with a bow and arrow, typically. Rangers are actually very flexible. You don't necessarily need to be bow and arrow, but that's kind of the basic thing. Necromancers can like raise the dead, curse, put hexes on enemies. Elementalists, of course, do like fire damage, lightning damage, water damage. The water skills most of them aren't really damage based. They're more about slowing enemies down or blinding them, And then there's there's the monks, which are of course healers, protectors. There is also this class called the Mesmer, which is unique to Guild Wars. Their skills are more about using enemy skills against them. A classic example, and it's actually one of the first skills you get in the game, I think, is called Empathy, which it's a hex you would cast on an enemy, and then every single time that enemy attacks you or tries to hit you, they end up taking damage instead. So, it's kind of fun to mess around with them. There is a whole big story about this world. This is actually a pretty big world. We start off, kind of over here. You've caught me. I'm actually at the very end of the game. We've traversed, this barren area up over the mountains, through, this more tropical zone, into the jungle. Then took a boat, got over to the desert, came back, did these southern. Yeah, it's pretty large. Although you don't necessarily get all of the map. There's really just subsections of the map. Like these areas over here, this is just empty space. There's not really anything here. So the map looks a lot bigger than it actually is. There is an expansion to this game that unlocks, some areas up here and, over here and down in this area. But that actually comes later. And actually what I'm doing, so a couple of months ago, there was a little bit of a community challenge, a community Iron Man challenge. And it's not too severe. It was mostly play the game as if it was your first time playing, which meant, no using storage. So like over here, you have account storage. You can create, any number of characters on your account. And using this storage chest, you can pass items between characters or pass money between characters. The idea of this challenge is to not use this chest. This character that I'm playing does not benefit from any of the other characters on the account. So, which means that I need to kind of grind to make my own money, farm my own materials for crafting armor, etc., etc. So, and honestly, it's kind of a way I prefer to play, because it kind of constantly gives me goals as I'm playing the game. And here actually is an old NPC who has a mission for me. Oh yes, and they talk. So here's story stuff. The story in this first game is a bit disjointed. It's not necessarily told in a super cohesive way. Since Confessor Dorian's death, the White Mantle is like a snake without its head. It still writhes and strangles the people of Tyria, but it has no eyes with which to see, no teeth with which to bite. Unfortunately, they still have their so-called unseen masters to assist them. Members of the White Mantle's inner council are meeting with the Mersat, in secret, or so they think. We need to get in there and take out all 3 members of the inner council. Think you can handle it? I always do. So actually, here's a skill trainer. This particular skill trainer is unique in that since he's kind of at the end of the game, I can learn every skill in the game from this guy, and I still have a number here that I haven't learned yet. But they do all cost money, and since I'm not benefiting from all my other, riches from other characters, I kind of have limited amount of money. So yeah, they designed this game. They drew a lot of inspiration from like Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering is a similar thing. You can have thousands of cards, ability cards and everything, but you only get to use a small subset of them at any time, which kind of makes you end up forced to look at like synergies, or it's like, what do you want to do with the character, etc., etc. And unfortunately, since I have played this game before, I kind of know how I like to play, and my preferred build doesn't really come into play until I get into some of the other campaigns, you know. But so for now, I'm just kind of cruising. And I've actually got my party assembled. My inventory kind of cleared. I'm holding on to these crafting materials because once I get into the next campaign, there's an armor crafter I want to hit who will make me a new set of armor that's just a little bit better. So yeah, this is going out into explorable zone. So here's my party, along with my pet, my pet tiger. And this area is actually can be a little tricky. It's very easy to over aggro all of these enemy mobs, and they will hurt. What's Tiger's name? Iron Claw. That was another part of the challenge, since it was kind of a community Iron Man challenge. It wasn't necessarily a rule, but kind of a guideline, was to include the word iron somewhere in your character's name. So mine is Iron Bow. The name Alila, and actually I should say my Twitch name, Alila Kit, it's just a nonsense word. And when I first, and it came from this game. When I first started playing this game, way back in 2005, oh yeah, you can also tell when the henchmen get bored because they'll start dancing and playing music. When I first started playing this game, you go through character, creation, you create the character, and then of course it's like, name your character. And I got to that name screen and I sat there for a good like 5 or 10 minutes. I'm like, shit. I'm bad at naming characters. And then finally just this random phonetic Alila, came to mind. I'm like, Alila, okay, no idea what it means, but fine. It sounds plausibly like a name that a female warrior, ranger, or something might have. And then the last name, Kit, I used as originally it was like Kitile. I've had a number of different, because I also have 3 cats. So I kind of wanted cat in there somehow. Yeah, no, it's just nonsense. And honestly, it's a name that I've kind of been wanting to change to something a little less odd, something a little easier to say, so that people don't struggle with it as much. I wonder if I can grab this. Oh no, there's those Hydra are there. But at the same time, again, I can never think of anything better. I'm going to try and pull these groups of golems over to me over here. So this is actually a very hex-heavy, hex-heavy area, which ironically is good for me, because the bow that I have actually ends up doing more damage if I am under a hex. So that's what having kind of a pink name over there means, is, oh, I've been cursed. Surprised you pronounced it right the first time. Yeah, every time I go into a new streamer's area and we're talking, they try to pronounce the first name, I kind of brace. It's like, oh, they're going to say, a lot of times it's Alila or Alila or Alley Cat, Alley Kit, any variations of those. And so I'm always kind of braced for that, kind of expect it. And then, yeah, when people actually get it right on the first try, I'm actually like, oh, whoa. Wasn't expecting that. Meteor showers coming in. These Hydra can summon meteor showers that... Yep, okay. It summoned a meteor shower, but it summoned it over on my warrior, so it didn't actually hit our whole party, which is good. Oh, no, 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 no. I also have a little bit of control. I can flag my helpers here. So, oh no! We got the attention of all the Hydra. So, this is going to be a bit of a big fight, and we might die. Actually, we're doing all right. These Hydra are kind of the priority because they drop meteors, and they're elementalists, so they tend to do a lot of damage. These other big flesh guys, they're necromancers, and they summon undead. Like, there's this little bone minion guy there that was attacking me, you know. They're not usually much of a problem. Unless they summon tons and tons of minions. In which case, yeah, I can have troubles. But, that was okay. And then there's this one stray phantom over here who shouldn't be a big deal. So what I'm doing is I have a couple of skills. They're called interrupts. You may have noticed, you know, the enemies have a skill casting bar. Like those Hydras, you can see them casting Meteor Shower, and it's this really, really long progress bar. So I have these interrupt abilities I can hit them with that will stop them from casting that. Kind of my general preferred mode of play. I don't trust that group. Actually, let me clear this guy here. But yeah, Madareth, actually, hang on a second. Let me clear out this group and let me do shoutouts. I don't know if there's anyone else here. Do you know when you're next going to be streaming some Resident Evil? At all? I quite enjoy seeing people, as you may have guessed, and I think I talked about it in your stream, I quite enjoy watching people playing Resident Evil 2 specifically. Especially first-timers. Oh, more Hydra. Man. And yeah, I try not to spoil anything for them because I like seeing them up. Oh, there's Meteor Shower. I try not to spoil anything for them, but if there are... Oh, I'm getting hit with meteors. If there are little things I can help out with, I like to help out with, but I also try not to, you know, backseat or do any heavy lifting in terms of guiding. You might stream tonight? Tomorrow? Definitely. Okay. Nice. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, let's see. Let's see what the shout out gives us here. I've got the shout out so that it plays clips.
Of course, Nate. You're so gorgeous, my dude. Seriously. Handsomest man alive. I'm saying it right here on the stream, guys. Handsomest streamer alive. Period. No debate. Didn't sleep from.
I think I was actually there when you were shouting out that guy. Oh, these ether seals. These ether seals kind of suck my energy away, which can be quite annoying. Okay. That's down. Our energy is all good. Now, where am I going again? Okay, right. I'm going over to this spot. Hey, Blood, welcome in. Recently seen an image of Resident Evil 4 in widescreen using Leon's full body model for calls. Yeah, no problem with the shout out. You know, if you're streaming Resident Evil 2, you know, and 3 probably, I will try to I'll try to get in there, you know, and you know, any other games. I don't know if I need to clear out those guys. Let me clear these jade bows. Yeah, welcome in, Blood. How are you doing today? I originally wasn't sure if I was going to be streaming today, I had mentioned yesterday there was kind of a 50-50 chance that my wife and I were going to do something today. In which case, I wouldn't be available. But I checked with her today, and she's like, "Nah, I just feel like hanging out at home." I'm like, okay, that's fine. That means I get to catch up on Guild Wars.
Boy, you're now second best in the family.
Yep, welcome in, Lud. Like when you see him on a computer screen or something, it's still having the whole body instead of just a headshot. Oh, I've seen a number of mods that people can already get for the Resident Evil 4 upgrade. That puts them in different outfits, you know, some of which are official, you know, Capcom official releases. But then, of course, you know, once the PC modding community gets a hold of a release like that, it's not long before, shall we say, alternative artwork starts showing up for games. There's one in particular, different outfits? Wonder if there's a maid outfit for Leon. I'm pretty sure there is one for, what's her name, Ashley already. There's one that I want to get. I've seen a movie of it that I would like to get for Resident Evil 2. It puts Claire in the Sailor Moon outfits, complete with hairdo and everything. There is a Sailor Moon outfit available on Nexus mods, but it's not. It's a bit more of a cheesecakey version of it. And I know the Sailor Moon outfit is already, you know, kind of cheesecakey. This one's a little bit extra, but I want to see those muscles in a maid outfit. Valid, you know. If that's what you want to see, that's what you want to see, and I will not say anything about it. But there's this one artist who had done a Sailor Moon outfit for Claire. Well, not just a Sailor Moon outfit. She made all of the Sailor Moon, you know, the different Sailor Scouts and all of their hairdos. And I was like, oh, that looks wonderfully silly and goofy. But apparently it's locked behind a Chinese paywall, which is like, I don't like the idea. You know, Capcom doesn't like people spending money on modders support, and I'm also not a great fan of it. I feel fan mods should generally be free. Generally speaking. Or if you're going to buy them, they should at least be easily accessible, and this one was very much not easily accessible. Accessible is the word I'm looking for. But I also felt, it's like, you know, there needs to be fair time, too, because it's like, if you're going to make a Sailor Moon outfit for Claire, you need to also make a tuxedo mask outfit for Leon, and so far I have not seen any sign of a tuxedo mask mod for Leon in 2. And that boss over there is really, really close to... You know, I'm gonna let those coins go. I don't need them. Get the priest. Interrupt stuff as much as possible. That priest did not aggro. That priest was like out on his own. He apparently had no friends. What about this one? Okay, this one's got friends. Go, my pet. And having at least the option to support some indie devs making mods is always a nice thing, so they can keep doing their stuff. Yeah, there's that. See, you know, you're right. You know, having like a generic Patreon thing, it's like, hey, if you like what I'm doing, you know, feel free to donate. I feel like that's okay. I don't know that I like the idea of paying for a specific mod though. You know, in the fan zones. I don't know. To be honest, actually, I haven't thought about it a whole lot. Oh, searing heat. Get out of that. All right. I had actually considered, it's like, you know what? I should look into, you know, I work in, you know, 3D and animation. I should look into making some mods myself. Because way back in the day, when you know, we at the studio we would play like Quake, you know, Quake 2 or Unreal, you know, Tournament 2004. I got into modding those. You know, we would make, you know, I'd make goofy little characters and things. It was fun. Oh, these are just knights. Okay, that's fine. We'll mop them up. The thing is right now I'm actually kind of in the middle of building a VTuber model for myself for when I can't be on camera or simply don't feel like being on camera. I've got the model pretty well built, and I did have a bit of a breakthrough on Friday in terms of how to get the rig. You know, the basics of how to get the rig into animes is pretty easy, but specifically how to get blend shapes from Maya into animes isn't really documented all that well, and there's a few glitches there that I had to plan against or fight against. But Friday was great because I figured it out. I got it all ironed out. I'm like, okay, good. I can proceed with this. Let's see. Help us. We'll make sure you're not harmed. You did just kill all 3 of the inner council without so much as breaking a sweat. You've changed my mind. I'll serve the white mantle no longer. Let me know when you want to go. I am ready. Let's go. So I have a vague hope of having this VTube model ready in time for when I start my own Resident Evil playthrough. You know, Resident Evil-a-thon. I'm going to start from 0, do Resident Evil 1, 2, 3. 2 and 3, there's a chance I might play both the original version and the remake, because I've played the remakes of both 2 and 3, and I enjoy them. But I feel, at least especially with 3, I feel like I owe it to myself to play the original one. My understanding amongst the Resident Evil fan community is that the Resident Evil 2 remake is pretty good. You know, they did a good job with it. The Resident Evil 3 remake, not as much. Or it's okay, but it's very linear, it's very stripped down. You know, they removed a lot of stuff from it. So, which is kind of a vague feeling I've been having the last time I played Resident Evil 3. It's like, you know, this feels very fast. Go ahead and salvage this for materials. Yes, that gave me bones. I need to get 200 bones before, or by the time I get to the city in Cantha. Highly salvageable. What's this going to give me? A little bit of iron. All right. Yeah, the armor merchant in Cantha, I need to have 200 tan hide, which I now have, and I need 13 more bones. But yeah, I've had the vague feeling with Resident Evil 3 that there's a lot of stuff just kind of missing. You know, it feels very fat. It felt, I don't want to say it felt rushed. It doesn't feel rushed in a built kind of way. It's complete. You know, it's a whole game. There's nothing really wrong with it, but it does feel like it's skipping over a lot of stuff. So I kind of want to see the rest of it. Oh, the white mantle won't soon recover from a blow like that. You won't soon recover from a blow like that. there are enough people who are making mods just because it's fun. They like the franchise, they want to improve their skills, and so for many more reasons. And ultimately, there's also a whole thing with open source and stuff. Something like Patreon, Ko-Fi, and such are a good way to not having to pay for things, but still being able to support the people, or some kind of pay what you want. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, you know, the idea of a general Patreon, you know, or Ko-Fi, it's like, yeah, you know what, you did good work here. Here's a tip. You know, I support that. And you also can't tie, you know, if Capcom came after them for something like, hey, you can't be selling that Sailor Moon mod. It's like, well, I'm not selling it. I am receiving tips for my more generalized 3D modding work, which may or may not include a Sailor Moon mod, you know. You can't prove that money came from that mod. I mean, I don't like to have to think about, you know, getting around all the legalese, you know, modding for a third party. I mean, a lot of companies probably don't really care so long as you're not, you know, making a whole new version of the game or something and then trying to sell that, you know. That's a bigger can of worms. Why did it take my heroes away from, or henchmen away from me? Load them back up. And yep, healers. I don't know why. I just like to have the healers at the bottom of the list. Makes it very easy to know when they're in trouble. If the bottom half of my list is getting low on life, I probably need to worry. All right, mission time. Ring of Fire. The large volcano at the center of this ring is where the gods reportedly dropped the legendary bloodstones before leaving Tyria for good. Of the volcanic islands that surround this one, many are still active. Ships that pass by the ring report hearing telltale hiss of scalding hot lava hitting the ocean, instantly vaporizing the salt water into steam. I don't know why I hit travel. I'm already here. Yeah, exactly. Party is already in the active district. I'm going to go in, and I've got a signal to capture, so if I run into any ranger bosses, I'll be able to capture elites. Gain access to the Citadel guardhouse. Oh yeah, let, what's his name, aggro all the Mersat. Right, yeah, that's right. Brekdar Ironhammer. As he likes to say his name. As all the dwarves like to say his name. And then get around here. Definitely another thing, something you kind of have to like about smaller game studios, indie game devs and such, them being more lenient or supportive of people modding their games. You know, indie games, you know, I like to think, if I was making a game, you know, let's say that I make some old unholy mashup of Guild Wars, The Last of Us, and Resident Evil or something, and Legend of Zelda, Kena, you know, something like this. And it actually gets out on Steam, and there's like a fan audience for it that wants to mod for it. I like to think that I would be like, you know what? Great. That's just more attention, you know, and it's also recognition. It's like, wow, I've got fans. There are people that like this game, you know. There's a little bit of validation there to be had. I would be incredibly flattered by it. Now, if you know, someone's a fan of the game and they tried to take the game and the source code and make the same game, maybe put their own skin on it, I'd be like a little, you know, come on, dude. If your artwork's good, I'll hire you, you know, for you know, as a contributing artist. But, you know, come on. You know, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but at the same time, respect the IP, you know. Having said that, I also like the idea, you know, copyright. I don't even know what's going on with copyright laws. It used to be, you know, something, intellectual property would enter public domain after what, 30 years from origination. And I know Disney, Disney's a great example of a company that manages to keep tweaking that, so that their stuff never enters public domain. It's like, you know, I support the idea of IP going into public domain. You know, I want to see what people will do with it. You know, what fans would do with it. You know, I'll also say I wholeheartedly support, you know, like fan sites, people writing fan fiction. Great. You know, that's, as long as everyone knows that's not canon, you know. Definitely also depends on the games, of course. A game like Guild Wars is definitely different than a game like Age of Empires, where you can, at the very least, make your own maps, or Minecraft, where you have all sorts of mods. Yeah. First time chat from Renala C. Hello, hello. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Guild Wars fan? I assume. If you're lurking about the Guild Wars channels on a Sunday afternoon, chances are you'll find me here, at least for a few hours. 30 or so years after creation would definitely be much better than 70 plus years after death. Yeah. Unless it's Metro, where the author called every fic as canon, smart or not is debatable. I am unfamiliar with that. I feel like, you know, whoever is the originator, the original content creator, they're the ones that get to decide, because it is entirely possible. You know, if someone writes a really, really great fan fiction, it's so good that, you know, everyone in the audience says, holy crap, this should be part of the real thing. You know, if the content creator, the original creator, looks at it, reads it, it's like, yeah, you know what, honestly, I had a different idea for where I was going to go, but honestly, this is better. Yes, okay, that gets the stamp of approval. That is now canon. Go for it. You know. Again, that's up to the content creator. You know, I would respect their decision in that matter. And can I hit this from outside the ether seal? Not quite. We might be able to get rid of this bow. We're not really hurting, but we're not doing a whole lot either. So, fan of Guild Wars 1, played it for a lot of years. As did I. I started playing it not at release, but I did start playing it. Oops. I should be paying attention to what I'm doing. Let's get rid of these bows. I'm just going to stay right outside the ether seal. Yeah, I started playing this in the fall of 2005. The fall of the release date. And I pretty much lived in this game for, you know, 5 or 6 years. Was it that long? Yeah, I think it was that long. And I played Guild Wars 2 when it came out. Guild Wars 2, I enjoyed the game for a year or two. I respect the game, but ultimately it's a different game. It's a different construction of a game, you know, that they went in a different way. I respect it, but ultimately didn't have the same hold over me that the original did. I like being able to gather a party of AI heroes, go out into an adventure zone, and know that it's just us. That'd be one good thing about a show like Rick and Morty, where you have so much crap with different universes going on, kind of everything is canon in some way or another. Yeah, you know, I suppose there's that whole multiverse aspect of it. You can write anything in a universe that supports multiverses. Who's to say if something's canon or not? Did I just see something? No. I thought I saw an NPC over there or something, but it's not. Started playing it when Nightfall was released. Fell in love prior to Guild Wars. Played World of Warcraft, and it was not your cup of tea. Yeah, my understanding is that Guild Wars came out a couple of months after World of Warcraft. So World of Warcraft really grabbed the initial, you know, player base, I suppose, or what would have been the player base. And Guild Wars did well for itself. It is a unique game. It sets itself apart from World of Warcraft, respectably, I feel. I still remember when I went to pick up Guild Wars, I hemmed and hawed about Guild Wars for actually quite a while. Because I had also been hearing all about World of Warcraft. I was like, well, I wanted a role-play game, an RPG where I could run around, you know, as a ranger. The idea of potentially meeting other people online intrigued me at the time. I wasn't entirely sure about World of Warcraft. Who is this coming behind us? Oh, okay, yeah. We'll go ahead and get these guys. I'm not in a hurry. So, I toyed around with the idea of World of Warcraft, but ultimately, I didn't like the idea of the monthly subscription. At least for a game that I wasn't sure if I would like at the outset. And at the time, I was really kind of strapped on cash. So I was like, do I buy a game that is buy and then have to pay a monthly subscription if I want to keep paying it? Or do I buy a game, Guild Wars, and there's no monthly subscription? So I ultimately opted for Guild Wars, partly because of that. Also partly because the box had an openable insert that had this really cool picture of a ranger, you know, shooting at a bone dragon that looked very cinematic, you know, even with the old graphics and everything. I was like, yeah, that's a cool picture. I want to do that. And I walked out of the store with the box that day. Made by former Blizzard employees. I have heard that there's... Have you seen... That's right, there was Guild Wars, like, alpha footage that you can find, like, on YouTube. It looked wildly different. The graphics looked nowhere near as good. The characters were so much softer, blobbier. The textures were, like, hardly there. It's honestly kind of quite a sight. Seen it, it was horrible, yeah. I mean, I'm glad I saw that footage after I actually played Guild Wars, so I actually knew what Guild Wars was. If that had been my introduction to Guild Wars, I probably would have been... Whew, I don't know about that. Is this Necromancer or Ranger? He is Ranger. Okay, cool. I might be able to get a skill off of this guy. But yeah, you're catching me towards the end of, it's a little bit of an Iron Man challenge. It's kind of a soft Iron Man challenge. Ooh, Spike Trap. Okay, I'll take that. Which has basically been, don't buy any weapons. Don't use storage. Don't use anything from any other characters. My main was Dervish in Guild Wars 1. So, yeah, Dervish is a funny one. Yeah, go away, skill tip. For some reason, I could never... The long delay, I got spike trapped by quite a delayed thing. Oh well. I had trouble getting into a Dervish. When I played Nightfall, I made Paragon as my first character. And I kind of liked that. I suppose it was the Rangerous thing. Hanging back, throw or shoot weapons from a safe distance, safe-ish distance. Yell commands every now and then that would take care of your party. Kind of like that. The Dervish being a little more, up front and taking aggro, and I liked being able to hit 3 things at once. But beyond that, the whole enchantment maintenance system of it I couldn't really get used to. We meet again. I have tracked another Eidolon to this location. It feasts on the arcane energies of the Mersat Towers. It lurks underground, wallowing in the residual magic. If the towers are destroyed, the creature would reveal itself. Destroy the Eidolon. I believe this is the bonus for this. Yeah, bonus. I don't need it, because this armor is currently already infused, but I shall do it. Changes to the ArenaNet made it a lot harder and more frustrating. Oh, for what, like dervish stuff? See, I'm less familiar about changes. I mean, I know, you know, there was always skill balance updates and things. I never paid. I was largely a PvE player. I would play some of the PvP factions, like, you know, Fort Aspenwood, Alliance battles. I'd do those sometimes. But mostly I just, you know, liked going out into zones, adventuring. I quite enjoyed the dungeons in Eye of the North. Try and get these guys to lure over here. Yeah, that'll work. Wonder if I can... I actually can lay a spike trap. And it triggered. So, I mean, at the time I was playing, I mean, I was like just getting started in my work life, you know, so... Well, getting started. I was 10 years into my professional life, I suppose. So, I didn't really have a whole lot of time. You know, I couldn't do... like the big World of Warcraft raids. It's like, oh, set aside, you know, 8 hours, you know, for a raid or something. I couldn't handle that. I knew if I'm gonna do and enjoy PvE stuff, you know, dungeons or something, it's got to be either short or on my own. I need to be able to get up away from the computer if somebody needs something and go deal with something. I'll leave Guild Wars up for an hour. You know, the characters, assuming I'm not in the middle of an aggro party, the characters will be fine. They'll do their own thing. Can I... Okay. I'm hoping... Pet, hang on. Get back here, Pet. Okay, the Elementalist boss is coming in. So yeah, that whole work-life balance thing, you know, was a thing, certainly. And I'm married too, so I of course had to allow, you know, time and consideration for my wife. I didn't want to turn into the guy from, you know, that South Park episode. So it's quite funny to look back at the skill history of some skills, like Aura of Holy Might, 32% more damage with Scythe to 25 holy damage to adjacent foes. Yeah, when a skill becomes an entirely new thing. For the Dervish, ArenaNet made changed the way you needed to have Dervish enchantments, and some skills stripped those to give extra benefits. Constantly enchanting and stripping enchantments. Yeah, that aspect, I always had trouble with that. Because I'm used to it. It's like, well, if I'm going to enchant myself, I probably want to keep that enchantment, you know, because that enchantment I regard as a buff. Oop, we lost Sin. Oh well. Oh yeah, and of course these guys aren't fleshy, so I can't. Can't kill him that way. You know what? I'm thinking of tossing up a poll here. Do I try to go through the front gates? Or do I go the back way? I know the prescribed way method is to go the back way. But, oops, not prediction. Where is this? Here we go. New pole. Front gate or back way? So, I'll say 2 minutes or so. As for the people who are in here, you can manage my fate. Going through the front is a little more difficult. But also potentially faster, so. You know what's the worst? That you don't even seem to get those benefits when the enemies strip those enchantments, because some skills stupidly require you to strip them to yourself. Oh, okay, that's a detail I did not notice. What I really hate is ArenaNet ruined the avatars. Oops, whoa, I have lost. Okay, there we go. Mouse control. Oh yeah, cinematic. Hello there, not at all evil man.
The Mursat have covered the volcano with potent anti-magics. Even now, I can feel them draining my power away. I would suggest we find another way around this fortress.
Yeah, well, you know what? It looks like Chad is telling me to ignore you, sir.
For an assault of this door. Best we do not strike at their strongest point. We head for the top of the volcano. Be on guard. We are growing close. The Mursat have no intention of allowing us to reach our goal.
Yep, we've got 3 votes for storming the castle, so that's what we're gonna do. I mean, I'm not just gonna charge in there. I'm gonna be a little careful. It'll be a little bit slow. We'll go through the front. I probably should have let Read the Wind go. I need to maybe get a different preparation on here at some point. Okay, is this group split up? This group does split up. Get rid of this boss. And we're about to have extra Breeze Keepers. But the boss is down, so that's less of an issue. No migraine. His accent doesn't make me suspect at all. Yeah. Nor the very, gray texture with, the black eyes, with no pupil or barely any pupil. Not evil at all. Alright, front gate. Just a little somewhat careful pull. The fact that it looks like Jafar is not disturbing at all. Yeah, that is true. He does look quite a bit like Jafar. That's a thing that, content creators probably need to be aware of. It's one thing to be inspired by, a certain art, IP or whatever, but be aware that, yeah, if you have a character that looks like a famous character from pop culture, the audience is going to come to that character with a little bit predisposed, Like, oh, this character looks like Jafar. Oh, but it's not Jafar. Yeah, well, he looks like Jafar, and whether or not it's fair to him, until I get to know him better, my initial impression is going to be, that's Jafar. He's a bad guy, you know? So, they either need to overcome that. Oh, my pet is still there. They need to either overcome that perception quickly or just redesign the character, you know? Go for something a little more neutral. Now, having said that, that is also a powerful tool to be aware of, is like, you know, to manipulate your audience. You know, maybe the character actually is good, but you want them to think that he's evil at the beginning or bad or something. In which case, yeah, by all means, do all of that. Make him look like Jafar. But then, you know, across the story, you know, do something narrative-wise to kind of soften him up. Okay, so 2 seals. Avatars. From 120 seconds fixed to duration bound to mysticism, Avatar of Melandru lost its unaffected by condition. Ouch. All the avatars became a lot less useful. I used Dwayne a lot. I also, you know, just because I said I couldn't get a handle on Dervish doesn't mean I didn't play it. Avatar of Dwayne was one I do remember running around with that one quite a lot. I used Dwayne a lot, and after the changes, he became problematic. No lifesteal. They gave lifesteal to Grenth. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if these seals actually do anything. Apparently not. Have an auto attack, but not much else. Right. Yeah, let's pull you guys out here. That'll be fine. Am I inside? I am not currently inside the... I should be interrupting this elementalist, actually. Oh, my pet! Right, I haven't been paying attention to my pet. Ooh. Kind of focusing a little bit more on the squishy guys. There we go. Dwayne never had lifesteal though, but life gain. They just changed the condition for it. Lifesteal of Grenth can be quite interesting in some cases, where you can't damage certain enemies in any other way. Oh, okay. I say, on all of this stuff, I'm deferring to you guys. I never paid a whole lot of attention to them myself. I would always play, you know, Dervish for a little while, and then be like, it's like, you know, at the end of the day, oh, right, we need to be on the other side. This. It expects us to be, like, up here or something. Let's get over here, get all of our energy back. And health. Got about use her and Balthazar. Both of them became meh now. I'm trying to remember I mean, since I was, I was never a heavy duty player, I don't recall skill balances, for the most part, really having a huge effect on me. Thankfully, I suppose. But, oops. Accidentally aggroing everything. I mean, I dimly remember the necromancers, Actually, no, I take that back. I don't think I experienced it myself, but I did hear quite a lot about minion masters not being able to, when they capped the number of minions to you can only have up to 10. You actually can cheat it. You can get up to like what, 12 now, but it's a very special case. You need to have special equipment and such. Hey Zephyl, welcome in. How am I? Long time no see. I'm doing all right. Thank you very much. I am oh, thank you for the cheer. I don't know why I didn't hear that in my headphones, but thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I'm this is the iron character. As you can see, I'm at Ring of Fire. And just kind of cruising. Thank you very much. Minion Master was scary. Does the rest of the party want to attack at all? Here. Just auto attacks would be fine, Don't need a whole lot. Okay, there we go. Gotta go to sleep. 2 a.m. here.
I love you, random citizen.
Oh well, thank you for the follow. Oh, and follower goal met. Thank you for being number 260, Renala. We'll see you around. Yeah, Sundays is typically my Guild Wars day, so I'm usually here. Sundays are also typically, the days where my wife and I might be doing something together, though, too. Be it gardening, going to a movie or something, so sometimes I do cancel streams on Sundays. But if we're not doing anything, then I'm usually here doing Guild Wars on Sundays. I do stream other days. Other days tend to be more variety stuff. Like, I'm currently doing Link's Awakening, but in about 2 weeks, I'm going to be starting a Resident Evil-a-thon. I have a wife and 3 kids. Oh, so you know all about it. Finding the time. Constant struggle. Yeah. My wife and I, we're very routine. We have very set routines. So once we've settled in, not a whole lot really changes. Without there being some form of external factors, so... Inventing the time, yes. Alright, the Eidolon is here. Oops. I forgot he was going to show up once we finish the towers. Oh yeah, that means I need to run back to the seer for the bonus. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It just means it'll be a little slow. Bye for now. Yep, thanks for coming in. Thank you for the follow, and we'll see you around. Now is when I wish I had a little bit of a run skill. Something to speed us up a little bit, but oh well. At least everything's dead this way. I'm trying to think what, if there's anyone in chat, who, Guild Wars skill history fan, because we've been talking a little bit about, skills, getting nerfed, changed, or whatever. Since I mostly played on Ranger, I I don't know that I recall any specifics. I feel like the duration of run skill times, like dodge and escape, I feel like those got tweaked around a bit. Because I seem to remember having to adjust my run builds a little bit. Excuse me. I don't recall having to adjust much else, though. Could be wrong, though. The fire. You just walk through the lava. It's fine. All fine. Okay, there we go. Fire barbecue time. Yeah. Oh shoot, who's still stuck in there? Oh yeah, Menlo would be stuck in there because he pauses to heal us. I don't know why Eve was stuck in there though. She doesn't try to heal party. Oh, unless does she use blood ritual? Oh, excuse me. My sneezes tend to come on very sudden. Yeah, I wonder if she was trying to blood ritual Menlo. And then Menlo's trying to heal her. Thank you, blood. You have no more armor I can infuse. Yes, I'm aware. But I did get a sword. Now we get to go back through the barbecue. As you wish. Now I'm like, oh, barbecue. Yeah, I could go for some ribs tonight. I've already got dinner planned though, I think. Eve definitely uses blood ritual. Yeah, so that's what she must have been doing. So tonight is one of those rare nights where my wife and I were doing our own respective things for dinner. We went out to get Mexican last night, and she actually has some leftovers for herself, which leaves, or she was worried about it. She's like, "Oh, it leaves you out in the cold for food." I'm like, does it? It just means that I get to forage. It means I get to do my own thing. Which means I get to go get food that I don't ordinarily get, you know, when she is a consideration. Now, might sound bizarre to everyone. My wife, we both love pizza. But we do not get pizza. We do not go get pizza. Because, you know, they don't really do small enough pizzas, or at least the pizza joint that we go to, it's a take and bake place. They don't do a small enough size. It's just for one night, and she doesn't like having a lot of leftovers, you know, for multiple nights. So the end result is it's not necessarily planned. It's just we kind of end up just not having pizza. But since she's on her own tonight with her Mexican leftovers, I get to run out to probably our local round table, which does do like a little tiny personal size pizza. Quite looking forward to that. It's like, I finally get to have some pizza. The thing with her and the pizza is, how about one pizza for the two of you? If the whole pizza for each, it's too big. Yeah. I'm a bit more on the meat lover side. I like to have, you know, the salami, the pepperoni, you know, all that jazz. She very much does not. Even the idea of it potentially mixing, you know, is, you know, really not a thing for, you know, although come to think of it, I should ask the place. It's like, hey, yeah, she wants to do her half. Is what is this style of pizza she usually gets? It's much more of a tomato basil-y, kind of a thing. It's like, yeah, can you just, we want a half and half, but can you just separate the ingredients? Just, just give like an inch separation between them so it's very clean, very his and hers. I actually should ask him if they could do that. It's like, I know this is silly. It's very custom, but just a little extra separation. So, the Ranger Elite skill Escape went from 5 to 15, 18 seconds down to 178. So they cut it in half, over in half. But from 25% up to 33. Yeah. Oh shoot, this guy's another Ranger. If I had known, I would have brought in 2 students to capture. Oh well. Unless he's already got a skill that I have. Barrage down from 6 to 5 enemies, but I didn't know about the barrage. I always thought it was 5. Or not 5, 6. I thought it was still 6. It's just that I don't use it a whole lot on my main characters because on like my main character, Together as One is the elite that I use, so I end up using volley more. I want to see what elite this guy has, if it's one I already have. I'm not seeing him use any elite, though. Oath Shot, okay. I don't think I have Oath Shot, but I also don't think that's one I really care about all that much. So, additional enemies. Oh, Scroll of Berserker's Insight. Well, we are almost done with this mission. I need to keep an eye out for more bone. Actually, can I... Is this hornbow? Nope, the hornbow goes to wood. Thought there was a chance that might go to bone, but... Oh, look, enemies. I should probably attack. That's the other thing I like about, henchmen and heroes is... If I'm not paying too close attention, it's like, it's fine. And henchmen and heroes will take care of it. Unless it's some crazy tough boss. No life transfer for you, sir. Oh. Somebody also interrupted his spectral agony and his blood ritual. Now, I forget if the mission ends when he's dead or all of the ads are dead. I think it's when all of the ads are dead. Pretty sure. I don't know that it matters, but I can run over here and spike him.
Do not grieve for the fallen. They have passed into the next life.
Yeah, see ya, Breknar.
great forge, Breknar Ironhammer begins his long journey to the Hall of Heroes.
Godspeed on your journey, brave dwarf. May the heroes of old call out your name when you join their company.
Breknar has given us a gift. The gift of his life. Let us not squander it.
Time chat. Professor Progo, the Vizier guy's pretty
We
sketchy.
make for the teeth of Abaddon's mouth, for the door of Komali.
Yeah, we've been talking about that a little bit. It's like, yeah. Did they mean the character design to signal to us pretty much right away? It's like, you know, this guy... Maybe don't trust him. Not that you have a whole lot of choice. Oops. Because the game very much keeps you on rails, story-wise. Yeah, welcome in. This is, you're seeing the trailing end of a Prophecies Iron character. Well, it's a very soft iron. I am using henchmen, but I'm otherwise not using weapons, money, or materials or anything from other characters on the account. So it's been
And I love you, random citizen.
oh, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I'm typically here Sundays. I should say most Sundays. I don't want to say all Sundays, but most Sundays are my Guild Wars time. I do stream other stuff, but other days, you know, are more variety. But Sundays is kind of my, you know, Guild Wars, you know, relax, you know, and chill out time. So, and yeah, there's no intervening quest. Yeah, it takes you directly to the missions at this point. So yeah, the weapon I have, it actually is max damage, but it doesn't have... It's 10 marksmanship, it's not bad. Damage plus 19 while hexed. So... Watching whenever I see you in the Guild Wars section. Might as well be following. Oh, well, thank you. Been watching since the desert on this character. Oh, really? Okay. One could make the argument about insert Middle East stereotype bad guy here, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we were just talking about Jafar. You know, he does look a bit like Jafar. He's much more gray. He's got a much more gray complexion though. So, and I don't even know what his accent is. But, you know, if they could have gotten Christopher Lee to voice him, you know, that would have been great. It's like, okay, figure of authority, he might be evil, or he could just be very, very intimidating. I don't know. Let me just summon these demons from the underworld to help us. Yeah. Yeah, the first time you see him summon demons, what is it? That's Sanctum K, I think. Yeah, when you take the Scepter of Ore, and he summons a bunch of ghosts and demons, that should be a bit of a signal there. It's like, huh? Yeah, you know, the undead typically, you know, being able to summon the undead typically doesn't mean, you know, isn't the province of heroes. Although, you know what? I should take that back a little bit, because this is a game where you can play as a hero, as a necromancer. So it's not necessarily exclusive. So, don't you have the option to get a max damage bow with plus 5 energy in the desert from Weaponsmith, the one with plus 15 in Draknar? Probably, but again, per the iron challenge, or I keep saying soft iron challenge. No weapon crafting, you know, it's kind of dropped weapons only. And so far, this is the best drop, or weapons from chests. So far, this is the best weapon I've gotten. And ironically, it is fiery weapon, which means when I get to Hell's Precipice, I'm going to want to swap that out. No, actually, I don't want to swap it out, but I will have to bring... Excuse me. I will have to bring Winter along with me to turn that fire damage into cold damage, which I would want to bring anyway. So, Let's see. I don't think I need it on this mission, though. Cleared inventory. And, yep. I'm gonna go ahead and go in. So yeah, my vague goal is, you know, finish Prophecies today, which should be easily attainable because I really only have the 2 missions left. Do I have even any side quests? I don't even have any side quests. There are probably some side quests I missed picking up. Oh, this is the ghost escort quest. What's her name? Leah Stone. That takes a while. Actually, it seems to me she walks very, very slowly through the fort. Once you get out of the fort, though, then she starts running. So it's kind of, I think it's kind of good to pre-clear the way to the grave, if I recall. I don't know that we can really block these guys, but target is obstructed. Yeah.
Connor, the fuck are you doing?
I'm trying to take care of... Oh, okay, cool. I am not actually doing anything against these bows, but the henchmen are. Nope. No, it's fine. It's fine. That's what those redeems are there for. Since I don't have line of sight of these guys, I'm just gonna let the henchmen deal with them. Oh, until they run out of range. There we go. Is your emote? I buy. Oh, the emotes. You have 1,000 points. Let's see. Emotes. Well, there's the follower emotes. Are
I'm in danger.
I don't know that I'm in too much danger. Here, let me get started on Ether Seal. I got the follower emotes, which are kind of fox. Let's see. These are the current follow emotes. Sub emotes. Let's see. I'm just gonna spam all of them just because they're there. Cats everywhere. Oops. If you've been hanging around here, you may know that list. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what that means. I did actually. Hang on. Do I have this command active? I do not. Shame on me. Wait, I use translate. Okay. I was trying to remember who... I thought I had a credit on one of my pages for the artists. Actually, wait. Is it emote? No. It may not be what you're asking, but now you've made me think. It's like, oh yeah, crediting the artist who made the emotes. And I thought I had that set somewhere, but now I can't remember the commands. Okay, I am noting this for myself later that when I get back, when I review the VOD, I'll have to take a look. I have emoticons, and I had points to use. Oh, the channel points. Yeah, channel points. I've got all kinds of stuff there. You know, you can burn however many points you want there for whatever. Then again, I did use collector's armor, if I recall correctly.
Value yourself and your core beliefs of what your truth is. You won't be lining up at Walmart at 5 a.m. for anything.
That episode of Dumb Criminals literally just show up. It wasn't Dumb Criminals, it was Dumb Shoppers or something. Showed up on TV last night. I did use collector armor, if I recall correctly. Yeah, collector armor is okay, I think. Because we were able to use collector armor all the way back in pre-searing. But collector weapons, not so much. All right, I'm gonna come up here and fight these guys. They're out the fort. Oops. Ooh. The party. Oh, our party's having a hard time. Harder time. Time than they should be. Oops. And my interrupts are not on today. Elementalist. So, question is, will I get collector's weapon with the talisman thing you get after finishing the last mission in Prophecies? I will not. I don't recall there being an official rule about it. I've kind of been adding my own little rules here. Is that I will not. I will take that talisman. I'll toss it in storage because I might want to use it later. I am going to keep going with the dropped or chest weapons only kind of a thing. Basically, as long as there's still room for improvement, you know, the potential of getting a better weapon, I find that entertaining. I feel armor is a little different because armor itself does not drop. You know, armor is, you pretty much have to get it crafted or collected, you know, so that's sort of my reasoning, my thinking. Now, the armor that I'm currently wearing is still the Desert Collector's armor, which is max armor level, but it doesn't have the inscription slot. I was a little tempted to buy the max armor at Drox so I could get the inscription, but A, that's expensive, and B, it's not really the style. I mean, the Drake scale armor is okay looking, but honestly, I kind of like the simplicity of the Crichton armor set that I'm currently wearing. But I can't actually craft max level Crichton armor until I get to factions. There's an NPC in the city, Oroku, I think is his name. So I'm like, okay, well, rather than waste all my materials on an intermediate set, I might as well just hang on to them until I can get the set I actually want. And missing the inscription, it's like, yeah, it's a little bit of a debuff, but it's not debilitating. So I'm okay to keep going with it, at least for now. Because in theory, factions is not too far away. So, oh, thank you for the water. Primeval is my favorite ranger armor. A little while off from that, yeah. Yeah, I am going chronologically, so. You know, it's. I mean, obsidian armor. It's not bad, but it's also not as cool as I would like it to be. Obsidian armor is very much just kind of a, you know, I suppose status symbol. And it's not, honestly, not even much of a status symbol these days. I mean, as long as this game has been out, pretty much everybody has Primeval now. Or not Primeval, Obsidian. Now, having said that, there is a part of me that is thinking, once I'm done with this challenge, or once I have enough skills, you know, the skills that I need obtained naturally, which I honestly won't be until the end of Eye of the North, if I recall. I would kind of like to farm for obsidian armor on this character. It'll take forever to do, but you know, and I'm not talking about farming for gold to trade for ectos or obsidian shards. I'm talking about directly farming the shards and the ecto myself. And I know that's wildly non-optimal. You know, it'd be so much easier and faster to just buy buy the materials. But I don't know. I like earning the materials, I suppose. So that's a long grind. Yeah, it is. Personally, I find it kind of weird that druid armor goes from full armor with pants to all bikini on the elite version. Yeah, that kind of bugged me a little bit too. And I get it. You know, it's... The game came out and was designed at the peak time for jokes about, you know, the chainmail bikini, the high level armor, you know, especially for female characters being, you know, the less armor you're wearing, the stronger it is, you know, and all those kinds of jokes. So I get it. It's like, I get it. I ain't laughing, but I get it. Yeah. And, you know, the same thing for warriors. The elite gladiators armor is essentially just a bikini. You know, nothing against bikini armor. Don't dislike it. Just looks a bit off for it to be an upgrade of the regular druid. Yeah. I am in favor of dress, you know, the whole paper doll aspect of the game. I am in favor. Dress the way you want. I don't have a problem with it. It's... Sometimes I think it's a little bit silly, but also I am not going to tell anyone else what their character should look like. I want them to be able to... People should be able to buy armor, buy cosmetic, to make the character look the way they want themselves to look, you know. Privately, I might think certain sets are a little bit silly, but again, it's not about me. It's not about what I think. You know, I'm sure there are people out there that are like, dude, this guy likes just regular Crichton armor? Like the most non-elite armor? Like, yeah, it just is a simple looking plausible piece of leather armor, you know. No Horizon of Healing for... Oh, Aura of Faith. Darn it. Well, I de-shotted his Horizon, at least. Okay, there we go. And I've been holding off on dyeing this armor because I want to use, like, all my yellow dyes on... How many yellow... Yeah, I have 6 yellows. So I don't want to waste my yellow dyes on a temporary set. Elite Gladiator armor at least goes from bikini to bikini, kinda. Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, that should have interrupted. There we go. Okay, and we've established that horn bows are not made of actual horns. They do not salvage to bones. A little disappointing. Although, you know what? I just realized I'm going to be going to factions. I'm going to be getting so many bones from the afflicted in factions. You know, as like salvaged materials. I don't need to worry about bones. I bet. Okay, now I'm going to go clear the path. Lay a stone. Oh, there's some coins up there I left. Oh well. Because at this point, if I recall, it's like right around here, when you're escorting the ghost, she suddenly starts just running. It's like, the escort thing, they're either moving too slow or too fast, you know. One of the things I kind of don't like about the elite fur-lined armor is that even when wearing the festive winter hood, you still have a little bit of exposed skin. Feels a little off for armor that's, you know, supposed to keep you warm. Yeah, that's fair. I do kind of wish that Guild Wars had a mechanic, a temperature mechanic, where, yes, oh, the temperature is, it's hot. Like here, the Volcano Islands, it's hot here. Okay, I should be wearing cooling armor. You know, like the Zelda game, like Breath of the Wild or, you know, Tears of the Kingdom. If the environment is hot, wear cooling armor. And vice versa. When it's cold, wear warm armor, you know. It would make it so that you kind of need to maintain multiple armor sets. You'd want to have a little more storage to, you know, allow that. Oh, there's a Hydra over there. You'd want a little more storage so you can manage it, but still. Having more clothes. Or having a reason to have more clothes, I suppose, is kind of what I'm thinking. Because, yeah, there's nothing saying I can go buy, you know, more armor now. It's just there's really kind of no reason to. You know, once you have one set of max armor. You know, my people, maybe you wanna... Ooh, bone staff, that'll salvage the bones. Maybe you guys want to get out of the lava? Or maybe they don't. Apparently they don't. Alright, bone staff. Give me bone. Yep, boom! 200 bone. I am now set on my materials for my faction's armor. Just want to chill in the hot tub. They do want to chill in the hot tub. Oh. We have friends. Both meteor showers interrupt. Oh, shoot, there was a third there. Yay, meteor showers interrupted. Oh, there was a third. Uh-huh. Place friends in. Yeah. You know, that'd be a fun redeem, you know. In any game, you over aggro. It's like, yeah, you know what? No one did tell me life was going to be this way. Alright, I forget exactly which way the ghost goes. Actually, I think once she gets past the fort, I think she kind of follows you. You know, I'll go around this way and then loop back the other way just to clear everything out. Won't follow you, predetermined path. Okay, so I was wrong. Which means I probably should clear out every little red dot I see. Okay, there's the spot up there. I don't remember the exact. I don't remember if she goes the back way or if she comes this way. So I'm just gonna clear out everything. Ooh, there's a lot. I'm also not asking that way she goes. Okay, no, it's fine. You know, I'm not in any huge danger here. So where we're standing right now, yeah, okay. Well, I'll just clear out all of these guys. It's fine. It's been so long since I've done the mission, it's... Yeah, I don't remember the specifics. Beyond that... Oh, it's gonna take so long to escort her through the fort. And I get it, you know, they want to make sure you've got... I think they were planning for people to have to fight their way through the fort with her. And so they wanted to allow plenty of time, but... It's like, no. Ooh, he just ran into all of them. Oh, there's also that worm. You know, I should go take care of the worm. I do remember he pops up. Okay, so back along this way, back this way. And yeah, bridge over here, and then there's giant worm. There he is. Oh, there's an Eidolon. He's got green aura on him. Oh, Snick the 100-ton. Okay, yes, I do have a capture. Let's see what we get. Oh, he's got barrage. Okay, I've already got barrage. I don't need that. That's funny. I thought only Marcus had barrage in Prophecies, but I have learned. I have learned otherwise. Right. Oh no, I don't want the spectral essence. I want... Kill these guys. Then we need to go back. Yeah, walk without rhythm. It won't attract the worm. Yeah, I remember when Nightfall came out and they had the worms. It's like, oh, somebody over at ArenaNet is a big fan of Frank Herbert. Okay, that should be everything. Now for the long walk back. You know what? Actually, no, let's go this just on the off chance that there's another patrol over here. Just did the Gate of Desolation recently. Always fun to have the pet turn into an extra worm for the crew. Oh, there's some guys up. You know what? They're just hanging out. It's like, you know, come to think of it, I don't know if I ever noticed the pet turning into a worm. I mean, although it stands to reason, I suppose. Kind of sad it only works within that one mission. Maybe that's why I never really noticed. Especially if, you know, oh wait, is this? Yeah, this is the way. Elsewhere the pet just dies. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I mean, you've seen me run around as soon as I get heroes and I can equip them with pets, I'll run around with, you know, 6 to 8 extra pets. I don't recall seeing, you know, 6 or 8 extra worms. Although, can you imagine how awesome that would be? Okay, to the fort. Oh, I didn't even consider bringing a speed buff. Well, the speed buff wouldn't affect the ghost anyway. I'd still have to... slow walk with her. Actually, you know what? Here's a question for the Guild Wars bros. Unless you had charge. There's still guys here. Oh, that's right. I never did come down and open up the main gate. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Here's a question for the main, you know, Guild Wars historians. And I've already forgotten what the question is. Fuck. Got distracted. It was something. It was going to be something about, you know, increasing. You know, maybe that was it. Was can you increase Leia Stone's speed? You know, with a skill like fall back or charge or something. Oops. Interrupt a skill. Okay, there's one. Okay, couldn't get that one in time. Yeah, and pretty much all of my skills are useless against the Jade Bows. I suppose I could interrupt Oath Shot. Should be able to, at least, yeah. I would certainly like to, but whether or not you actually can, do not know. All right. Hey there, Leia Stone. Thank you for freeing me. I was killed on one of the Bloodstones. Oh, dude, she's like running. What the hell? Did I have it wrong? Does she actually run through the fort and then walk the rest of the way? I thought she's like booking. Oh, she lagged there. No, she's going. Thank you for freeing me. I was killed on one of the Bloodstones by the White Mantle, and my spirit has been trapped for quite some time. Alas, all this dark magic is draining my soul's energy, and I do not wish my final resting place to be here. There's a small island to the west that reminds me of the fields of Loamhurst. If you take me there, I can at least be at peace and away from the pull of this vile place. Was I wrong? Was I bitching and moaning this whole time, and you know, and I was just wrong? Because I thought she just walked through the fort. Charge would be nice, so it's a warrior elite, yeah. Oh, wait a minute, did she just slow down? Nope, she's still going. Okay, well, this isn't too bad then. She doesn't run at quite the same speed that we do, but I appreciate that it's not a walk. You know, I bet she can run through the lava. While we can't. If the lava slows down a ghost, I would have questions. Although, you know what? Ghosts do take damage in this game, come to think of it. So I should probably go across with her. Okay, so it does... Oh no, she is run... Oh no. No, she's moving. It sort of cripples her and sort of doesn't cripple her. Alright. And at windboard speed, air magic available. Target ally moves 33%. Yeah, Windborne is a really good one, as I recall. Been playing for 2 hours. Yes, I'm aware. In theory, we're all safe. So yeah, it looks like, you know, beating Prophecies today is not going to be much of an issue, unless the last mission gives me any trouble. Which is possible. I mean, it is Titans. The Titans themselves aren't bad. I tend to have trouble with the spark of the Titans. You know, the Elementalist. Their Elementalist friends can be damaging. So I'm sure I'm going to be trying to focus my interrupts on them. I had forgotten that there was an Eidolon and a seer in this mission. Actually, you know what? I think there's one in Hell's Precipice too. I think there's one in all of the Ring of Fire missions. Not 100% sure. Whoa. Oh, shoot. There. That's right. You... Damn it. Somebody heal her. Heal her, please. I thought there was a worm somewhere. Darn it. But when we came over here and no one was here, I was like, oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was just that crag behemoth. Game ended up trolling me. Alright. Got her to final resting place. That actually scared me a little bit. I was like, oh shoot. He's focused on her. Damn it. Oh, look at all that barrage. Oh, there's another worm. There is a seer in the last mission as well. You can't infuse your arm. Oh, okay. Do I need those guys? I don't think I need those guys. I'm pretty sure the seer in this one is around this corner over there, but I don't. If he's not part of the bonus, I don't really care. So. I'm getting tired. All right, so okay, yeah, walls of the fort are up here. All right, ether seal here. Now, I recall there's a troublesome group, boss group in here somewhere. That's right. I suppose I could have asked. This is another, you know, one where there's a front gate and a back gate, and you can kind of choose. Could have polled, do I go in the front or the back? Well, too late. I went through the back. Come to think of it, I don't know if I've ever gone through the front on this one. Or am I thinking, yeah, I think the front gate is like over here. And I know the boss group is like right behind the front gate. Probably why I never go through it. Ooh, yeah, nice. So the boss group, I do know the bosses in these groups, you know, rotate around. You know, when you start a mission, you don't know who you'll get. If you get the monk boss in this group, along with the regular monk, that can be really annoying. But I don't have to worry about that. Pet, I'm going to tell you to be passive so that you don't over aggro.
Well, as humans like to say, third time's the charm, right?
Hey there, Legato. Welcome in. How you doing? Just doing a little, This is what, Abaddon's Mouth? Yep.
Snake? Snake!
A little bit of Abaddon's Mouth. Hoping to finish up Iron Prophecies today. Just got from camping. Oh, nice. Had a good time, I hope. Hope you enjoyed. I myself, I'm afraid I'm not much of a camper. But I understand and respect people who can go on those and enjoy. Oops. Oh, shoot. That was too little too late. So, got a little chilly, but overall good time. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Oh, no, he's running. He's trying to run. No life transfer, no insidious parasite. I'm trying to shut this guy down. There we go. I'm at the right age to still sleep on the ground with no padding, but my back will hurt for about a week. Yeah, I am not of that age. I'm sure I would very much hurt. Oh, hang on. Camera's a little wonky. I seem to remember we did a little bit of camping when I was a kid. You know, parents would take, you know, I believe it was 1984. Our parents took us on this huge trip across the United States during the summer. I was in school, so of course, you know, I was young enough, I was in school, but of course summers off, that was when we all had pretty much free time. We went on this big trip around the United States. So there were a lot of camping stops there. We had a camper, and we stayed at a lot of the KOA campground places. So I remember some of those. Generally speaking, I didn't like being anywhere too far away from a bathroom. I'm just a city boy. I like indoor plumbing. That's what it is. I can't actually hit those guys. But henchmen are gonna do the job for me again. This campground had indoor plumbing and even showers. Yeah, that sounds like what a KOA kind of was. Most of the KOAs that we went to, I don't even know if KOA is still around, come to think of it. But yeah, you would have like individual camping spaces. You know, there'd be some trees around, but you could still see other people camping. But there would usually be a common, not even really a lodge, but a common bathroom space, shower space, a building that would have that stuff that you know, was easily within walking distance. You know, usually wasn't too far. There we go. And I still remember, I've been talking to my sister a bit lately, and I was telling her I still remember how that old camper smelled. It had a very particular smell to it. It was like part... It was faint, but always there. And this is going to sound super, super gross, but I want to impress upon you guys. It's like, this wasn't a super, super strong smell. It was just a very light smell, but nevertheless gross. It smelled like a mixture of vomit and diarrhea. So imagine mixing these two very unpleasant smells, making it a very low level, you know, it's just a kind of barely there sickness smell that was just kind of always there. Never overpowering. Thank you for that. You're welcome. It was never overpowering. It was just this little thing that was just kind of always in the air. And I told her the other day, it's like, yeah, I still remember the way that camper smelled. And I thought it was just me. And she was like, oh my God. That camper, it was horrible. And I felt somewhat validated. It's like, okay, yes, thank you. It was not just me. I was not hallucinating. There was actually something there, like, you know, the little, you know, sewer plumbing thing that was in the camper, you know, maybe wasn't properly cleaned out or something. You know, I was, you know, 11 or 12 years old. I didn't know, you know, much of anything about, you know, keeping, you know, taking care of stuff like that, so I didn't know. I just knew it was unpleasant. Alright, I think these things break apart. Or do they not? Is it just the bosses? I guess it's just the bosses. Or is this a trap? It's gonna let me in. It's been long. It's been so long since I played. I haven't played this mission in what, a year or so? I don't remember. Guess I'll find out. Nope. I guess it's just them. Boss is going down awfully slow. I hope our team is all focus firing. I don't know if they are or not. Oh, no chain lightning for you. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. I was mentioning the other day, it's like I need to find more cozy games, you know, something. I started playing Link's Awakening yesterday, and that's a good one, but it's also a pretty short one. Now, having said that, it is already taking me longer to get through it than I was expecting it to. But finding something, you know, not quite on the level of Animal Crossing, but somewhere along those lines. I did have an Animal Crossing game once on the 3DS. I've never had a game guilt me that badly. Like if I put the game down and I'm away for a week or two. I didn't like, you know, and I know it's stupid. It's, you know, they're just ones and zeros in the game. It doesn't matter. I felt guilty. I felt horrible, you know, for being gone that long. I was like, okay, so Animal Crossing, not my thing. You know, I'm not about the guilt trip. I want a game like that without the guilt. There's a streamer I was watching last week. Was it, I think, Friday? Who had secured a demo of Paleo Pines, Eweaselbeth. I think I've rated her a time or two. It's like, you know what? That looks like a cute game. That might be a thing. It's not out yet. I think there's a public demo coming out later. But it looks kind of Animal Crossing-esque. You know, you can raise and corral pet dinosaurs. All very cutesy. Like, you know what? Maybe I'll look into that. Actually, you know what? I just realized I still have Cat Quest to play. Maybe that'll be... I'm trying to vaguely time things out, you know, because in July is when I'm going to start the Resident Evil thing, and I'm hoping to have the... Oh, shoot. We've got guys coming behind us. All right. I'm hoping I have my VTube thing set up by then, but... What do I play until then? That's part of the reason I started playing Link's Awakening the other day, is because it's like, you know, it's a relatively fast, short game. I don't want to get anything too heavy. There's a chance that'll actually take... Probably going to play that this coming Tuesday. There's a chance actually, not a chance. I'll almost certainly still be playing it next Saturday, but I'll probably be able to finish it next Saturday. What do I do the following Tuesday, though? I'm not sure. Cat Quest is certainly a possibility. I do still have to play the Daymare demo. Oh, we've got a guy coming behind us. Who's this? Guardian. Oh, we got a couple guys coming from behind us. Oh, okay, we're getting party's getting hammered. Eva's down. Focus on the behind. Okay. Yeah, I remember that. It's like each time you defeat an ether seal, some guardians pop up that you have to deal with. And Mursat kind of keep coming from both sides a little bit. Oops. Not necessarily hard, just takes a while. And since... Oh, and the Seal Guards are only level 10s. Oh, well, why am I even worrying about them? Should be focusing much more on the Mursat. Spamming their heals. Sought Guardian, right. Slowly but surely. Nope, couldn't interrupt that. I could interrupt that, though. Alright, we're about to have a Mersat from behind us again, and also a Mersat from the front. Again, individually, the Mersat, not a problem. Oh, they're sending the Mersat a little faster now. Oh, I thought we had to clear everything. Okay, I guess not. Little Switch, hey, welcome in. How you doing today? You may notice I'm actually wrapping up the fire. I'm wrapping up the story today. It looks like. Oh my God, he's evil! I'm shocked. Who could have possibly known? This is shocking, shocking developments. And yeah, you're doing well. Happy Father's Day. Well, thank you.
It worked. Just as the prophecy said, it worked.
How can you tell? The Titans just that it didn't kill you, I guess? Okay, right. Okay, we have to fight a Titan. Right. And which is not really a big deal. Oh, we didn't even have to fight the Titan splitting into parts. Okay. I'll take it.
To Lion's Arch. To Thunderhead Keep. And you will go to Rin. Destroy them.
Yeah, I myself am not a father, so Father's Day isn't a huge thing for me. My wife does like to get me cards, you know, Happy Father's Day cards and things from the cats. From the cats, I should say. I myself don't particularly care all that much. I suppose I appreciate the free excuse of an otherwise lazy day where I really don't have to do anything. No, I don't need the glittering dust, but I'm gonna get it anyway. Alright, clear inventory. There's a merchant around. There he is. Then final mission. Let's see. Sell. And, oh, yeah, before I go in, I need... What do I want to get rid of? I don't know that I can actually bleed them. You know what? I'm going to swap that out. I don't know that bleed is particularly useful. No, not signated capture. Winter is what I need. So, 102 second lifespan. Okay. think that's the first time I've actually chained out as a skill. I understand your wife very well. We have 2 cats, kids, and 1 golden doodle. That's an interesting mix. Yeah, we, we didn't really consciously agree to not have children. We just always figured, kids later. Let's get ourselves established. Get ourselves into a better situation, living wise, etc. And every step of the way, we never really discussed it. It was almost an unspoken agreement that it's like, you know what? No, now, I don't know, it just doesn't really feel like the time. And then it would also be reinforced upon us pretty much any time we were out in the world, like go to the store or whatever, other kids around, and you're like, yeah, I don't think that's us. I don't think kids are an us thing. You know what it is? I would have liked to be an uncle. I want to be the guy, that nephews, nieces, come to, go see a movie together, play some video games, take them out to a pizza place, do all that kind of jazz. Load them up with toys, sugar, and everything, and then dump them back at the parents' house. You're like, okay, they're loaded up with sugar. Here you go. And I know, the whole sugar thing is actually a little bit of a myth. I think somebody said it's more that, the places where the kids are likely to be having a lot of sugar is when they're around a lot of other kids, like at a party or something. So they get really hyped up from being at a party. Which is like, yeah, it makes sense. Oh, shoot. I didn't put winter down. Are there sparks? Okay. There are not sparks of the Titans here. I'm going to put them there and put winter down up here. And hope that didn't screw things too badly. So, makes sense. Yeah, it's like, I don't know how true it is, but it's like, yeah, it does make a measure of sense. Are they? Oh, they're bomb or somebody. Oh no, that was just an environmental. There's an environmental effect that. Oh, I should have swapped out. Read the wind for ignite arrows. Hang on. You know what? That's worthwhile. That's worthwhile. Because ignite arrows plus winter, it'll do, with all those hand and spark things, running around. The chances of them getting all into groups together. The ignite arrows itself, not great, but especially against fire enemies. But if I've got winter turning this into cold damage, then maybe good things will happen. Oh, wait. No, wait. Hang on. I resign again. I have even more of a plan. It does mean giving up a skill, though, here. Oh, no, wait. Never mind. I was thinking of putting Barrage in, but Barrage strips preparations. Yeah, preparations are removed, so that would remove Ignite Arrows. Okay, never mind. Going in for real this time. Last time. I'm committing. No more changes. Unless this is actually really, really bad, which, I don't know, we'll see. Alright, get a little bit of winter. I do seem to be doing a little bit extra. This is what I wanted to start seeing was some extra numbers coming up around these extra melee guys. Although it doesn't help if they spread themselves out. F, yeah. Like, well, they're still gonna die. I don't know if it's necessarily quite as... It's not as good as, like, Splinter Barrage or Splinter Volley, I'm sure, but... No healing for you. Alright. Yeah. I'm now doing a little bit of AoE. I'll take it. Alright, these titans rush us. These guys. Get this guy. I kind of want to build up as many of the little guys as possible because I want to see. Yeah. What kind of Oh shoot. My preparation's gone. How many yellow numbers can I get? Not as many as I'd like. Ooh. Oh, I'm tanking now, huh? Okay. Oops, shit. Oh, barely interrupted that healing. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. Okay, Spark of the Titans. These are the guys that I'm a little scared of. Yeah, I think they use like Rodgort a lot, and they can. Ooh, yeah, we're feeling it. We're feeling the burn, that's for sure. And there goes my pet. Eve has gone down a couple of times just on this one. Damn. Yeah, I don't like those guys. One of them is fine, but three of them? Less fine. Think that is unfortunate in nap time. Catch you later. Yep. See you, Legato. Thanks for coming in. See you around. Have a good nap. Hopefully, I can keep the spark deaths to a minimum. Okay. Okay, this is going much better than that first. Although my pet is taking most of the damage. Clear up this guy, get as many of these titans up. See. Yeah, I'm getting some multiple hits. I don't know that it's necessarily worth the extra skill, but at this level, but it's something. And not a single drop. Really? Really? Random meteor? Fine. Okay, so there's 2 sparks up there plus a boss. I don't like that. Oh, good grief. That's... Ooh. Ooh! Well, I'm glad I didn't just go running up there. Guess I'm gonna pull a group. I can a little more spread out than this, though. Okay, that boss is a necromancer, so I don't need to worry about capturing a skill from him. I believe trying to go around this way is a trap. Because they're just going to patrol back up here. So what do I do? I go into it. I walk right into it. Well, we're in it now. Ooh, shoot. Whoa, there goes the whole party. Okay, alright. Party? I'm going to, try not to take this personal or anything. I'm gonna run. I do have rebirth. So I can potentially salvage this. Maybe. As long as they move. Which they might not move. Well, this is why rebirth is a thing here. Distance resing. Very handy. Almost like cheating. Yeah, I don't feel a whole lot like cheating since they did legitimately nearly party wipe us there. So they are all moving farther away, so just bring everyone up here. And let the monks take care of getting the other two. Getting a pinch in my shoulder, though. Okay, so what's the deal? Oh, there's still 2 sparks. And we're gonna have to deal with them. Okay. Yeah, when it's just 2 sparks, it's not as bad. Say. Small Stays, hey, welcome in. Have I done the entire Prophecies run without Elite, even after Crystal Desert? You know, I don't know that I've ever tried. You know, I've never consciously tried to do that. I am currently running without an Elite, it's true, mainly because, well, I didn't have an Elite that I felt quite fit the situation. You know, actually, come to think of it, glass arrows might have been a good one. Might have been a good one. I don't know. I don't think I have that one. Could be wrong. Marksman's Wager. I do not have that one yet. Yeah, at some point I need to do the rest of the skill capturing. So. Glass arrows as factions. Oh, okay. It's... Oh, maybe it's incendiary arrows I was thinking of? There's there's one that was in Southern Shiver Peaks that I was considering getting. But ran out of time / got distracted, you know. Where are you going? Please don't disturb my winter over there. Winter's awfully close. You might disturb it. Incendiary or barrage. Yeah, I almost brought barrage in here. I took a look, but I was more interested in trying to use a preparation like ignite arrows, specifically for these guys, like the Fist of the Titans. If I get a big group of them, ignite arrows plus winter, you know, would be like AoE cold damage, or at least that was the idea. But of course, barrage, you know, strips preparations, so it would basically take off ignite arrows. Now, having said that, barrage probably would have been better, because I think you end up doing... Barrage would be doing more damage. So, yeah, I'm kind of rethinking that a little bit. Oh, wait. Where are these guys? Are these guys coming up here? They might. Punishing Shot is good if you don't want barrage. I don't know if I have I don't think I have Punishing Shot yet either. But ordinarily, I actually do run around with barrage natively, like, a lot. Ordinarily, it's just I usually save it for when I have like either Warmonger's Weapon or Splinter, you know, because I like the AoE damage that combo gives. I know it's basic as hell, but I like it, you know. Yeah, we can get this guy from here. Oh, shoot. No, come back. Okay, we're good. There's an extra group of sparks over there that I was really worried about. Basic equals another word for class. There we go. Thank you. That makes me sound a little more classy. I'm not basic. I'm classic. Oops, I interrupt. Hey, Justin, welcome in. How are you doing today? I hope all is well. I'm just finishing up Prophecies here. We're on the last mission. It's going mostly okay. I almost had a party wipe here in a little bit. Oh, damn it. I once again, I forgot to update stream elements. The mystery game, you know, on Saturday is currently Link's Awakening. the remake that they recently did. Because it's both cute and short and sweet. And I should have it out of the way in time for the Resident Evil thing that I'm going to be doing. When he's going to do Rod Quartz, there it is. So yeah, I was playing that a bit yesterday, and I enjoy it. It is what I was in the mood for, I feel. Oops. I don't need that if Winter's not active. We've got a few guys I'm just gonna go through. I did not get as far in it as I thought I would, but I think between upcoming Tuesday night and then next Saturday, I should be able to finish it off without much fuss. Hopefully. Okay, there's multiple sparks. I don't know if they're all together or not. They are sort of all together, but they went after my pet and everything instead of us, which is perfect. So we don't get hit with all the AoE. All right. Waiting for him to do Rod Quartz. If he's going to... Oh, shoot, he's obstructed. Darn it. What is he obstructed by? Can't even see. Okay, this one is not obstructed. Good. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but acceptable. Oh, that's right. Aura of the Lich. Yeah, that's a skill. Bridges have bad physics. They do. Oh, shoot. Healing Signet. Yeah, it's funny. There's something... It feels new, but apparently I guess it's always been this way. I just haven't run into it until recently. Is in pre-searing... There's the bees quest where you have to take the honeycomb, you know, over the bridge, you know, to get the 3 swarms of bees to follow you. I don't remember this happening before, but apparently now it's really, really common for at least one of the groups of bees to get stuck on the bridge and not be able to cross. And it's like, really? I used to be able to do that all the time without any trouble. But now, every time I've got a pre-searing character, it's like I always have to do it the other way, which is you take the honeycomb underneath the bridge and around, you know, which is really... And it's not bad, it's a pretty minor thing, but it's just odd that I don't remember ever having to do that before. Yeah, walking under the bridge. Oh, hang on. There's supposed to be Titan Lords here, but I need to go talk to the Seer to activate them, don't I? For the bonus. Alright, hang on. I gotta go back. The memories, they are faint, but they're... Because otherwise, what's a seer doing in a place like this? Hope the seer is still alive. Yeah, you know, you're right. I think that's also a thing. He does get attacked by enemies, doesn't he? Shit. Well, let's see. Somebody just got meteored. Once you're within spirit range, he gets attacked. Okay. Well, let's... This is really not a great... Ooh, shoot. Oh, we've got triple sparks over here. I don't like that. Looks like he might be... I don't see him up there anymore. He might be toast. Well, in which case, let vengeance be upon these guys. He's to the left. Okay, well, we'll let things calm down here a little bit, and hopefully... you know what? We could really use Sin, and I know our healers are a little occupied. Okay. Alright, we're somewhat in control again. Getting a number of yellow numbers. I like that. No heal for you. Thank goodness henchmen don't get death penalty. Yeah. Oh shoot! He's wrecking my my winter. Oh well. Who's saying? Oh, that's Sin. They're beating up on Sin quite a bit. Oh, interrupt. This is a big old fight. I'll give him that. All right, Seer. Yeah, that's dead end. I suspect they might have gotten him. Don't see any sign of him. Up that hill. That hill back there. Oh! Oh, it does look like maybe there's... I was looking for his little... You're going the right way? Oh, this way? Hang on. Well, most of the stuff is dead around here. Well, minus these guys here. Already walked through his spawn. Okay, so he's probably dead then. Yeah, because this is the way... Yeah, this is the way I came. What's this back way? Would be near the dead tree. Yeah, so he's already toast. Well, that's a bummer. If I had a little more time, I would restart. Because I do like to do the bonuses when I can. I just spaced out on having to talk to him. Yep, there's nothing there except a face carved in the stone. All right. Oh well, moving on. Just means I'll have to come back and do the bonus later. And the bonus isn't even that bad. It's just, you know, fighting a few extra bosses. boss titans. All right, destroy the portals. Is a tough bonus for iron. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, the continuous spawning waves of enemies, you know, can certainly be annoying. But, seems to me it was like as soon as you kill the bosses, they stop spawning. So if you can get one of the bosses quickly. The main thing is not aggroing anything down here, so. Oh, starting the bonus for, yeah, that's probably fair. I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna set winter down up here. Then just pull. Oop. Interrupt. Ah, random me. So that's something. Oh shoot, I missed that one. The random meteor showers on this map can get quite annoying. This guy. Come on. You know, I'm just gonna lure him to the party and let them deal with them. Shouldn't be any trouble. Not much trouble. Okay, this is a boss group. A little bit bigger than the other stuff, but should still be able to take them. Maybe. Unless... Oh shit, there's a spark. There's a spark I didn't see. Are there any more sparks? No. Okay. Okay, that spark definitely put us back on our heels a bit. Hey, oh man, they know. They're going after my winter. What? Okay, our party is quite spread out at the moment. And I can't put up a new winter yet. Oops. Oop, Menlo down, Pet down. I mean, we're doing alright. It's just gonna take a little while, is all. At least until I can get my winter up. Okay, trying winter again. Okay, now the boss. He does have Healing Signet, I just observed. He no longer has Healing Signet. I love Distracting Shot. One of my favorite skills in the game, when it hits. Alright. Yeah, let's get this boss, dude. Oh, hang on. Physical damage convert to fire damage. So winter versus greater conflagration. Which one wins? I really wonder how that works. If you've got two nature rituals that are both say, oh, well, convert physical damage to oh, this converts elemental damage to cold damage. Ooh. So it feels like greater conflagration converts physical into elemental, and then since it's elemental, then winter would turn it all to cold. In which case, greater conflagration would work against them. Haha. If that's the way the math works, and it's 100% an order of operations question. But if that's the way that works, that was pretty funny. Alright, get some portal wraiths. Oh shoot, interruption. Or not interruption, eruption. I'm not a fan of eruption. Alright, one portal down. Oh, obstructed, right. Oh, I was hoping I could get that boss to come over here. Oh, Tudo Rubor. Well, looks like I'm gonna capture greater conflagration from this guy. So that'll be cool. Greater conflagration. Got it. Clean up some minor titans. And then get the last. Oh, I should probably have winter running. I was seeing some of the random things the NPCs say. It's like, into the teeth of death. So I do wonder about greater conflagration and winter. Actually, these guys aren't even elementals, so it probably doesn't matter a whole lot. What's going on over there? Oh, there we go. Goes right. Good night. Sun's here. Oh, have a good night. Enjoy having your son around. See you later. Hope you have a good night.
More than a minor annoyance. You're only delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to quit after this mission because the middle of my back is really doing bad stuff to me at the moment. Love how my cat is leading the way.
Thank Thanks to you, I command an army powerful enough to conquer all of Tyria. And now I intend to use it. But before I go, I have someone here you might
Oh, spoilers.
to. Perhaps this will slow you down long enough to let me finish my work.
Nope, too late.
Rurik.
I'll leave you to get reacquainted.
Spoilers for a 18-year-old game.
We have much to talk about.
I don't remember the cinematic being this long.
I am the Flame Seeker. All of Tyria shall bow to me or be destroyed.
Rule the world, yada yada yada.
Forgive me. It is not my will to fight you, but I have little choice in the matter.
Yeah, well, you know, you can pull your punches. I won't tell anybody. What is my mouse doing? Oh, okay. I'm gonna try out this conflagration winter combo here. Oh shoot, he's got sparks up there with him. I'm less happy with that. Although, if my pet and I can take most of the damage. Ooh. No Rod Gort for him. All right. Okay. Now it's just melee. Yeah, I got, you know, some nice groups of yellow numbers. The numbers themselves weren't large, but I did get some nice groups of them. You get rid of this extra guy. Interrupted final thrust.
Listen to me. The door of Komali must be closed. Kill the Lich while he stands atop the Bloodstone inside the caldera. If you do this, his spirit will recharge the soul batteries, and the door will close again. You have served Ascalon well. I beg of you, do one last duty for your prince.
Anything, my prince.
End my misery. Release me from the Lich's spell.
If that is what you wish.
Oh, the arrow was clearly going up in the sky, but oh well.
Travel well, Prince Rurik, until we meet you again in the Hall of Heroes.
Well, there should be an arrow sticking out of his head, but okay. All right. On to final battle. Oh, that's right, we can go this way. I always forget exactly how this battle plays out. I want to say that the Lich just kind of teleports around a bit. Doesn't necessarily do a whole lot himself. I could be wrong. I think it's more the summons that are the issue. So, the Bloodstone, resurrections take 4 times longer to cast. We need to put the finishing blow on him when he is actually on the Bloodstone. Kinda wish I could teleport my spirit. Actually, I can recast this one over here. Oh, what does Soul Vortex do? Spell. Tells me nothing. We kind of killed him, but I guess kind of not. Got all his health back. And now we've got some ads to deal with. Looks like the Lich is almost down again. Oh, okay. And she's did it. I figured we had to kill all the ads too, but I guess not.
Long into the season of the Scion, Tyria is revived again. Over the bones of the bird of prey, the fire is put out and the diabolic gathering is closed off once again. The Flameseeker prophecies are now complete. The door of Kamali is closed, and the Titans are once again safely locked away behind it. You have saved Tyria, but now you must also save yourselves. The volcano is about to erupt. There is a ship in the dock, just inside the Mersat stronghold. Unless you wish to suffer the same fate as Vizier Kilbron, then I suggest you make a run for it. Your deeds have earned you a place among the heroes of legend. Let us hope today is not the day your spirit joins those ensconced in the hall.
Ensconced. That's a word you don't hear very often. Ah, yes, all the way back out to the pier at Abaddon's Mouth. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So, there's been some questions around, since this is kind of an Iron Challenge, like, do I take the talisman, and get a weapon? And I'm like, I will take the talisman. I will not cash it in for a weapon, though. Not yet. Not until the iron thing is over, which is going to be, months or even a year away. Heroes of Tyria. Thanks to your heroism, Vizier Kilbraun, the Lich Lord no longer threatens Tyria, and my brother did not give his life in vain. Your amazing deeds have secured your place in history as one of the paramount heroes of the world. All of Tyria owes you a debt of gratitude, but we Deldermore dwarves owe you an even greater debt. Your aid in our conflict against the Stone Summit helped me regain my seat at Thunderhead Keep. For that, we are forever allies. Accompanying me today are the finest Deldermore weaponsmiths. As a show of our eternal friendship, I offer you this Deldermore talisman, which allows you to claim a weapon of your choice. Fight with honor, my friend. Now, as I recall, originally in the game, this whole end sequence thing, this end party, I think it dumped you out at like Draknar's Forge. It didn't actually take you here to the party. This was added later. Do a little bit of inventory while I'm here and the fireworks going off. What is this? That's Undertakers. Okay. Don't really care. Molten Claws turn into granite slabs, which I don't really care about. Okay. Well, I don't really care about that stuff. So I have the talisman. Oh, and these are the artisans that I could trade that into, but I will not. Yeah, they added this end area in... I think Factions had this closing thing, but Prophecies originally didn't. But they introduced it with Factions, and then, again, Nightfall. And Eye of the North, So this is a much smaller area. I'm going to go ahead... Oh, yeah, the NPCs are going to sit here and chatter for a while. I'm going to go ahead... What? Thanks, Blood. What happens if I resign? If I resign in Party Central, do I get the death animation? I do. The hero of Tyria has died in the middle of the party. And they're just going to keep talking about their own stuff. So, anyway, yeah, that's, I mean, minus the bonus on that and one or two other missions, that is Prophecies completed. And it is time to go to Factions. Well, it's not quite time to go to Factions. Factions will be, moving over to Factions will be a next weekend kind of a thing. Assuming I am able to stream on Sundays, which Sundays have become a little bit more variable. But for now, I'm going to call it there, I think, for today. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. Let me see what is going on out on Twitch. see. You know, I got a new friend the other day. And she was actually in here earlier. First Titan quest, then factions. You know what, Blood? You're right. I should do the Titan quests. Hang on. Let me before I jump out, let me go to Draknars and pick those up. Now the thing about the Titan quest is I'm gonna want some help with that. So, so if there's people who want to get online, like, if Dargus or Jeff or someone want to come in, I mean, I don't want people using like non-prophecy skills. I want to, still favor the spirit of the Iron Challenge. But if we can do it, honestly, the hardest Titan quest that I tend to have trouble with is actually Denravi. The others you can kind of game a little bit, but by leaving from a different place. But Denravi, I tend to have a little bit of trouble with. Hey, Glint, give me hard things to do. Titan Lord Avirso Sectus and his army are amassing numbers out in Mineral Springs. Oh, that's right. I need to do the initial Titan quest, and then I get the others. We expect that as soon as the army is big enough, they will attempt to overtake Draknar's Forge, break through the ranks of Titans to find the Lord and the rest of his underlings. Killing the Lord would put a huge dent in the Titan force, convince the rest of them to retreat. Yes, I will do that next week. So, bonus thing. So, let's see. Raid-wise, game-wise, I have a new friend that I made the other day. Matarath. She was in here at the beginning of the stream. She is currently playing her very first playthrough of Resident Evil 2. So I was hanging out with her, talking to her. Now, when I see people, especially doing first-time playthroughs, I'm very cognizant of trying not to spoil things, and if they ask for help, I'll try to give hints and everything, but I try not to specifically spoil or specifically say exactly where you should go and everything. So I enjoy seeing people playing, especially Resident Evil 2 the remake, because I enjoy that one. That's kind of becoming a comfort game in an odd way for myself. So, let me get the spelling right. Set up the raid. Oh, damn it. Hang on. Wait a minute. I did that wrong. I need to do the exclamation point, because that automatically triggers all this other stuff. So, if you're subscribed, usual stuff applies. Copy paste first message. If you're unsubscribed, copy paste the second message. I should go to the end stream thing here. I'm done. Probably doesn't really matter. Feel free to copy paste whichever you feel applies to you. And thank you everyone for hanging out. I will be back on Tuesday night for some more Link's Awakening. Get the juice. Then next Saturday for probably even more Link's Awakening, and then next Sunday maybe stream. I don't know. We'll see. But if I do, it'll be Titan stuff. So thanks everyone for hanging out, and I am about to push this button. Okay, now I'm pushing the button. Thanks everyone for hanging out, and I'll see you later. Thank you, Shia. I believe you did it. I believed in my